Hey, fan family, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Jeff Cook. And in today's episode, we are super excited to have a dear friend of mine, a mission partner for nearly 16 years, Justin Rieger. And he will be helping us talk about the fan mission, why we're doing a podcast, and just share our thoughts on that. And then we're real excited to share with you the top winning teams from the Texas High School Bass Association's season opener on Lake LBJ in Marble Falls. That was held September 27th. So sit tight, enjoy the show.
Faith Angler Network, Real Talk, where faith, fishing, and friendships come together.
Hey, fan family, welcome to Fan Real Talk podcast. This is our first episode, and we're always embracing new things and trying to expand on how we can communicate with our student anglers and our teams. And so we're real excited to be here today to share fan and what we're doing. And I'm very happy to have one of my best friends, Justin Rieger, with us today. And y'all probably don't know Justin because Justin spends most of his time hiding in the trailer or behind the scenes.
I do.
And so welcome, brother.
Thank you, man.
Glad to have you in front of the
Front and
world,
center.
although you've ventured off a couple of times to take center stage when I know I had some things that I wasn't able to make it to, I remember when my mom passed and y'all did the banquet with and just made it rock. So he's been a rock, and he's been an anchor for fan, and I couldn't think of anyone I'd rather start this podcast off with than you.
Thank you, man.
So welcome. So how long have you been part of the fan family?
So I recall we started in 2009. I had reached out to you, I think, on Austin Bass Fishing.
Oh, yeah.
I sent you a message and said that if you needed anything at all, to reach out to me. And so you were looking for somebody to take the reins on kind of the back end things and the technology piece in 2009. So 16 years.
16 years, and we've come a long way in 16 years.
We really have.
If you think back, and I mean, I guess that's a podcast for another time, but I digress. So, Justin, we're here to tell people. They're asking. You hear that? They're asking.
I do.
Why are y'all doing a podcast? Why are we doing a podcast?
So to me, podcast is very you can provide a lot of information. It's a very hot. Lots of podcasts are popping up, but it gives a good opportunity for people fishing to kind of see things maybe in a different light on the backside. And it's just a good platform, I think, to give lots of good information and keep everybody in the loop as far as the organization is concerned and the people involved in the organization.
Yeah, I think we were talking a little bit about this, and we wanted to have a platform to share our student angler success.
Absolutely.
And not just in the fan events, whether it's a Texas High School Bass or whether it's in a community event, just to get out and capture their moments and share those experiences, but also to share their experiences as they're in their faith walk. And so we wanted to provide a platform for that. We want to have a platform to share what are all of the teams that are out there and we call the fan family. We're real serious about what that means. We're in a community. We're in a community that share the passion of the outdoors. We're in a community that have a passion to follow our creator and be in God's creation. And so when we say fan family, it's not just a phrase. We do love being out in that community. So all of the clubs, what you guys are doing, we want to share that.
Yeah,
And also, we don't have a lot of sponsors, but we want to highlight them as well.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
they help make this go, certainly.
yeah. And so, kind of why we're here is that's it. Our mission is to share the life-changing reality of Jesus Christ to student anglers and their families. And this has always been a platform to do that. And this year, we've kind of moved in our. We always have the Matthew 4:19, or "Follow me," Jesus said, "and I will make you fishers of men." And that's always kind of at the core of what a fishing ministry and an outdoor ministry does. And that
Absolutely.
is absolutely true. But this year we're taking on the Great Commission as a theme. And that is Justin, do you have that? We can talk about that. You have that scripture up?
Oh, yeah. Let me get that. Hang on one
We'll
second.
just we'll share the scripture, and that comes from Matthew 28:18 through 20.
Yep. And so, starting in verse 18, it says, "Then Jesus came to them and said, 'All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teach them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age.'"
Yeah. So thanks. And
Sure.
that's kind of the theme. We'll have different messages around that this season, and I'm sure we'll conclude at the banquet with kind of encapsulating that as well. And so, what does that mean? I think if we take it back a little bit and talk about what was happening, Jesus was already died. He was killed and crucified. He was buried and he rose again. So in his ascension, after he rose again, he met his disciples, and this is what he's telling the disciples: is to go build the kingdom, be disciples, and that's our job. That's what Faith Angler Network's all about. But honestly, as believers, that's your job too. We're all called to grow the kingdom. And so we want to kind of figure out ways to spread that message and help build the tools for all of us to be better at it. Quite honestly, it's not easy. And we're in a time where it's so important. It's the most important thing we can do right now is go grow the kingdom and be bold in our belief. So walk with us in this journey. So it is a call to action. It's not just personal. It wasn't for deacons or preachers. It wasn't for the high, for the hierarchy. It was for
All
us,
of us. Yeah.
basic fishermen, right?
Yep.
Just simple fishermen.
Yep.
Um, and so we're supposed to teach and baptize. And so join us in that mission. We're excited about this one because it is big and bold. So
Great.
yeah.
And to be honest, I think Fan gives us a good platform to be able to do that. And, we've talked, but not just necessarily change hearts, but to provide a place for hearts to change. So,
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we are that's part of our platform too,
mhm.
is to help others grow in their faith. Trusting God is with us every step of the way. Wow, we've certainly seen growth in our high school fishing clubs, our middle and high school fishing clubs. We've been to a lot of meetings.
Mhm.
There's still more. We're trying to get out to meet as many as we can to share what we do and our mission and how to and help you guys grow programs. Some new programs we've seen:
Yeah. Yeah. Johnson City.
Johnson City, Hey Johnson City, Marble Falls, and all the other clubs are just growing like
Yeah.
crazy. And we are so excited about that. And we want to help. if we can, come out and share who Fan is, what our mission is, how we can help you. So call us, email us, let us know how we can help you form your program, strengthen your program, or just be there as a speakers for you as well. So we're really excited to see the team leaders and some of the notes and correspondence from them as we continue these podcasts.
And I think it's important to, individual parents, if you're looking for a club, also reach out to us. If there's already an established club that you would prefer to get your kiddo into.
Let's double click on that because I think that's important. We get calls all the time about how can they join a club or start a club.
Mm-hmm.
So what are a couple of things? What is our standard response to that?
Kind of finding out where the kiddo is currently plugged in. I think whether are they homeschooled? Are they already a part of a school that's got a club in place? Or is it something that the parent is interested in starting up for that, for whatever school that is, if they don't have something established? Or just connecting them with the club leader, even in the area, if starting a club's not on their heart.
Yeah, and again, simply reach out to us. Info@Faith Angler Network's a great place to start.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to email us, honestly, than on DMing us because we're not as good at being responsive on that. And I'm just being honest. I don't spend a lot of time on social media, but
we do monitor email very.
There's a team of us that are on the info at, and so there's, like he said, there's several ways to help you get a program started, and we're happy to do that. And so one of the things that we learned as we were talking to team leaders and programs that are new or are been around and their level of growth has exceeded the ability to support them with boats and captains.
Yes.
And this has always been a problem. I think if you're watching this podcast, you know what that is, right? It's my student angler wants to participate, but we don't have a captain and I don't have a boat or any combination of those. And it's been a real problem. And it's the hardest thing for us to sit there and say, man, because we have a team leader and a captain Facebook group. And if you're not on that, you need to get on that too. We'll try to put a link, and I don't know how it works, but somewhere you'll see a link to that Facebook group. That's a good way to connect and communicate and help fill the gap. But what we've done, and I'm going to pull this up, is because of that, we're going to try something again, like a podcast. We're going to try something new and different. We've never done this. And I'll just say it right up front. The only way this is going to be successful is if we have volunteers to do it. And I'll explain a little bit more about it in a moment. But it's the Fan Fishing Derby. And it's a way to get the student anglers that aren't able to participate in the qualifying events from 6th grade to 12th grade to come out and participate in a shore fishing experience. And elaborate there, Justin. Tell us a little bit more about it.
I think it's a great opportunity for volunteers to be impressionable on the kids, be a mentor. There's going to be we'll give some prizes away. The kids will still need to be members.
That's an insurance requirement.
But I think it's a great opportunity for these kids. We'll have multiple categories, big fish, number of fish,
artificial bait
or live bait. Yep.
Can we use live bait?
You can.
Can we use artificial bait?
You can.
Okay.
Yes. So we will.
Any species
qualifies. Yeah.
I hear you, people. I know what questions you're asking.
So, yep. So we're looking at three events right now that will kind of highlight this and quote unquote dry run it. We'll be looking at the first event of the year at Lake Belton, and then we'll be doing the second one on Coletto Creek, and then we'll wrap it up on Lake Travis.
We're going to try.
Yeah.
We need your help, though. We need 6 people to make this work. Simply this, we show up, we're setting up for our tournament, for the tournament, and that's our focal point. We have to get everything running and functioning. And most of you guys that have come out and seen, it's pretty intense, and we're focused on doing that. We're not going to be able to run a derby and set up for the tournament. So simply the role for the volunteer is we'll have some digital scales, handheld scales, and we'll have you positioned at the designated where the park is. And you're really all you're there to do, maybe 4 stations. You'll be an official. You'll have a digital scale. The student anglers will have a number. And when they catch a fish, they'll come to you or you to them, and you just grab the digital scales and put the fish in, weigh it, and call it in to a volunteer that's going to be manning a spreadsheet and recording it. And so we're looking at registration probably somewhere between 8 and 8:30. We'll have just a quick rules and a prayer, and then they'll start fishing at 9, and it'll wrap up at 1.
Yep.
So we're looking for 6 people to help. And it's just really, we want it to be fun, and we want to provide a way for the other student anglers to come be part of the community, because we think it's truly important. So I'm out.
And I would say at least 6, so minimum of 6. But if there are more available, certainly we can probably use it.
Yeah.
So
very cool.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
So, Justin, one of the coolest things that we get to do, and what we talked about earlier in the podcast, was being able to share the successes of the student anglers and their on the water. And we were incognito, we were undercover, we were embedded. I don't know how many more words we can say. You get it?
Yes.
Okay.
But we weren't.
We weren't. But we did go to Texas High School Bass Association's first qualifying event on Lake LBJ. They held it at the Marble Falls High School overflow parking lot, which is where we'll be. It's a nice big space.
It is.
And we were able to capture the winners. We caught first place and third place.
Yep. And
I think Westlake was second, but we weren't able to get them before they left. So we're gonna this is a cool clip. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and we'll go ahead and roll the clip. Hey, fan family, we are out here at Texas High School Bass Association at their first tournament of the season on LBJ. And man, we got a team here that just knocked it out of the park and won first place. So tell us your name and the school you represent or the club, and then we'll go through each of your names, and then I'll ask you some questions.
I'm Kason Peel. I fish with Canyon Lake. I'm Rylan Peel. I fish with Canyon Lake High School.
And Captain, what's your name?
My name is Jeffrey Peel.
Very good. Well, congratulations on an awesome victory today.
Thank you.
So, just kind of want to get just a few questions.
Okay.
What was your strategy and your techniques that you used to catch your awesome, and how much was the weight today?
I'll let you speak.
Weight was 2343.
2343. That's awesome. Did you have a strategy when you came out today?
Man, we had a big area to fish, and we kind of broke it down throughout the day. It was slow, but we were able to get 5 good ones.
Sounds like it. 5 real good ones. Did anything work particular that you want to share that you learned on today on the lake today?
Anything worked today? I just want to say the shaky head worked pretty good today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, who caught the biggest fish of the crew?
Go ahead. The biggest one was a 5-pounder.
All right, very cool. So what were some of the challenges that you guys had to overcome today, and how did you overcome them?
Well,
Come on, let's
in the
go.
morning, we didn't catch anything until about 10 o'clock.
It was a rough
And kept losing fish. Couldn't hook them, but figured something out. Let them eat it longer, and we were able to hook them and get them in.
So if you had to give the audience out there in this podcast, we're launching a technique or a strategy or a fishing technique today, what would you share?
Break it down.
Break it down and dead stick. Slow.
Don't give up.
All right.
Yeah, don't give up. That's
All right.
This wouldn't eat, and there's only one way we can get them to eat, and it's just like this dead stick and a shaky head. That was it.
Slow. Good.
Trick worm, and I mean that's all it boiled down to. And every time I turned around, he was bowed over, you know, fighting one, and that thing would clear the water about 2 foot, and on a spinning rod with
Sweet.
10-pound line. That's hard to do.
That'll thump.
It's adrenaline rush.
Yeah,
you know, and I love watching them do
Yeah.
it. And when I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm doing something else in the boat, you know, cleaning up or rigging that, and making them sandwiches or whatever, you know, it's you know, and he's bowed over, and I get the net, we get them in. You know, it's exciting.
It is
I mean,
exciting.
especially them fist pumping and, you know, jumping up and down on the boat and everything else. It's fun.
Excellent. So wrapping up, who would you like to thank for your success on the water today?
I want to thank my captain, my mom, my brother, allowing us to have this chance to come out here and fish. I want to thank my captain, my brother, and God, you know?
Amen. All right, guys. Congratulations on a good day.
Second place, Reese Elliott and Grace Serter from Westlake High School with 21.77 pounds.
Third place on LBJ, Texas High School Bass Association, Johnson City Fishing Team. Tell us who you are, and we'll go down the line and then introduce the captain. And I've got like 5 questions I want to ask.
I'm Case Norton.
Cannon Guthrie.
I'm Kenny Wheatek.
Very good. Congratulations. What was your weight today?
Our weight was 21.66 with a big bass of 9.41.
And the big bass of how much?
9.41.
And you caught that?
Yes, sir.
Wow, awesome. Well, let me just ask you real quick. How did you catch that fish?
I caught that fish on a drop shot. Yes, sir.
How deep?
It was about 10 foot deep.
Yeah. Did your heart pound a little bit?
Yes, sir.
A lot?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Did your heart pound a little bit?
Fish was as big as the net.
What a great experience, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, a great day on the water. So in preparation for today, did you have a strategy that you had already, you know, in practice that you were going to come out and execute?
Yeah, so on Thursday, you know, this week we've had a weather change and everything's changed, you know, since Wednesday. Thursday, we all able to get together, and we came out here and actually had a really good practice that day. Caught a bunch of fish, saw some size that we shook off or they just missed our bait. And but Friday came and the weather was completely different. Wind shifted back out of the south, clouds went away, you know, and LBJ, it just gets to be real tough whenever you got high skies like today.
Yeah.
So, you know, we didn't get a bunch of bites. You know, there were some short strikes, you know, some missed opportunities. But, you know, that's fishing. You have to adapt. And you know, we were up, you know, these kids were able to put together a good bag and, you know, a new PB. And,
Very cool.
you know, it was a cool moment and definitely a fun day.
So, team sport, how do you guys work together and kind of bouncing either ideas off each other on the water? You know, how did you guys work together today to pull off this great success?
I just feel like our team support is great. You know, we don't really care who catches a fish as long as it gets in the boat, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, great, good
Yes, sir.
response. What was the biggest challenge you faced today, and how did you overcome it?
the weather.
The weather
The weather changed.
during the day. From Thursday.
When we practiced,
So
yes,
you
sir.
were practicing in a cooler climate, and you came out here.
Well, you mean this morning was cooler than Thursday. It's just everything had to do with the wind direction and clouds in our area that we found on Thursday.
we had a north wind blowing into it, and the fish were stacked in there real good. I mean, you can go get a bunch of bites and see some real good quality. And then, the wind shift, the clouds went away, and that was the thing. And then also with the weather change, came to be a little bit different bite. They weren't eating it as aggressively, and so we just kind of had to learn on the fly. But we had to yank the trolling motor a bunch of times a day.
Got it. Well, final question. Anybody you want to thank for your success on the water today? Sponsors, family, anyone?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all our sponsors and especially God, because if we didn't have him, we wouldn't be able to do this.
Amen.
I also want to thank our captain, taking his time out of his day, coming out here and helping us. Yeah,
Excellent.
he's been a real help.
Very good. Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
And we will see you on the water. Thank you very much.
I'll be safe.
Thanks, sis. Well, that's a wrap from LBJ. All right. So, how cool was that?
That was awesome. For the kid to break his personal best, the third place team.
Yeah.
And for him to be able to share
Johnson
that.
City, right?
Correct. I think that, yes, that is.
So
correct.
we'll have that information. It's not been posted yet. The results weren't posted there. And so we don't have the notes to fall back on. But we believe it was Johnson City.
And he mentioned in the video, fish was over 9 pounds, but to see him, the success that he had with that fish and just the happiness between him and Captain was something the kid will never forget.
And it's what we live for, the smiles. And the thing I caught is both of them, both first place Comal fishing. And if you listen, one thing that I think what I keyed on was how they adapted. And they went out and practiced, and things were a little different on the day of the water. I think the lake dropped just a little bit, and also the temperatures were a little bit different. And when you hear them say, I just dead stick that shaky
down.
head and that trick worm, I think is what he said.
Yep.
That I mean, that's intuitiveness, that's adapting on the water. They weren't getting the bites, and they kind of felt they knew where they needed to be, but those fish wanted to stare at it for a while. And I know that feeling. And sometimes you don't really get it. If you get a chance to fish in super clear water and watch that, it's something I think you should all try to do is when you get into a real clear lake and you're throwing, just watch those fish react to that bait. And so when they're dead sticking it, it's hard, it's patience, and they're letting that bait just soak for a while. And that's how they picked up their fish. And I think it was 23 pounds won it. I could
sounds right.
And that's a neat trick and a tip that we hope you guys picked up on that. Congratulations, teams. We're rooting you on for the rest of the season, whether you're here with Fan or high school bass. Godspeed.
Yep. Amen.
What's next, Justin?
Well, so Fan starts. We're starting.
What?
Yeah, November 1st.
I'm not ready.
No.
My shoulder's still healing.
Yep. Well,
I'm ready. I'm joking. You know me. I'm the guy that goes, I can only do it with one arm since my shoulder's still healing. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, man. And we'll have help for you. We'll have somebody carry those bags.
I'm not carrying fish bags. There's a story behind the broken shoulder, the rotator cuff. Seriously, Lake Belton, November 1st. And before y'all go there, I know it's the opening day of deer season. I get it. We were stuck. And I don't like putting a tournament on. We hate putting a tournament on opening day of deer season. We've been doing this for 20 years. We understand. But sometimes we don't have a choice. And this was one of those times. So operate with a little grace for us. Come out and have a good time. And I'm joking. I know you guys are going to come out and have a good time. And if, those that have to go hunt, I hope you catch, you shoot your personal best. And, but I am joking a little bit, but we didn't have much of a choice this year. October was no room for a tournament. So November 1st, Lake Belton.
Yep. We'll be at Temple Lake Park.
Temple Lake Park. We'll be in the pavilion area. And we're doing trailering events this year. We seem to think that mode works well for us, and kind of consistent with the way the tournament trails operate here. We will, operate a little bit differently, but fundamentally kind of like the standard. We'll have the information's probably already been posted right by now, where we'll have all the details at the on the news section and announcements section of the website. It's on the Facebook site. We may have a link here somewhere. I'll get this figured out. This is our first podcast. And so get registered if you haven't gotten registered. And we will, we're looking forward to kicking off the season. So let's talk about this. One of the coolest things, thanks to y'all again, from a fun banquet. If you didn't make it to the banquet, when we announced the banquet this year, please save the date. It was so fun.
Oh, yeah.
Clay Dyer, God bless you for speaking, for all of those that donated the various hunts and raffle and auction items. Thank you so much. It was
an incredible experience.
It was an incredible experience. And not only did it impact students and parents and people that were there for the kingdom, which is the ultimate goal, we raised some money. And with that money, we're excited to be able to give that back in scholarships at the qualifiers. So what's the plan this year?
So we're going to do $1,000 per event, which we have not done in the past. We've only been able to do scholarship money at the championship. So being able to do funds for each event is an incredible blessing, I feel like, and gives all the kids opportunities. Each tournament, even if they can't qualify, it gives them an opportunity to make some scholarship money. So.
And we've learned that the kids are okay. Yeah, scholarships are cool. The parents are like, scholarships are really cool.
Really cool.
Again, that's scholarships for trade schools. It doesn't have to be a 4-year college.
That's right.
And we've got that all highlighted in our letters. So yeah, that's pretty exciting.
Absolutely.
And so $1,000 per qualifying event, including the wild card. Angler of the Year, we've increased it to $2,500.
Yep.
And again, and the scholarships at the championship have grown. We're now over $22,500, if I recall, for scholarships and prizes for the championship. So, we're really grateful for your investment in FAN, so we can continue to give it back to y'all. And there's some other things we're going to try to do in the next coming year or so that we'll be happy to announce and probably do a podcast on.
Sure.
But where else are we going to be this year that you can announce that isn't top secret?
All right. So on December 13th, we'll be on Coletto Creek.
Love that lake.
Way down south. Yeah. It's a beautiful venue. February 21st, 26th, we'll be on LBJ. Should be coming out of wintertime. Basically, hopefully those fish start moving up, and it's an incredible day.
Well, let me tell you this. You can Google this. You can fact check me, and I'm okay if I'm wrong. But I did this research before. February in the state of Texas, more sharelunkers are caught in February than any other time of the year. Now, you can call me if I'm wrong, but I think there's a considerable number of sharelunkers that are caught in February. So LBJ in February could be pretty exciting.
Dynamite. Yep.
It'd be pretty cold.
Yeah.
But hey.
Yeah.
It's fishing.
It could be good. And then
it could be 80.
Yeah. It's Texas.
Welcome to Texas.
Yeah, that's right. So and then March 21st, 26th, we will be on Lake Travis. So we'll be back on Travis, and Travis has finally got some water in it.
Yes.
So.
And then we've got the wild card that we'll announce probably sometime around the first of the year.
Correct.
And then the championship. I will say this. We're not going to do a banquet in conjunction with the championship this year. There's a lot of factors that go into that. Sometimes where we're going to be, the venue just isn't conducive to it. So we're really just kind of makeshifting something. And we get it's pretty hard a lot of times for people to come to a mandatory meeting the night before, and we just want to eliminate all of that as much as possible. So that means our banquet's going to be at a different time, and we really want to encourage everybody to come to the banquet because that is the biggest night of the fan uh, season. To be able to break bread and share the good news and celebrate our seniors and the anglers of the years and celebrate the season, but it will not be associated with the championship. The championship will be on a Saturday, so we'll get some details about that later. But I think it's important to go ahead and just get that out there now. And
And I think it's important to also note that we're going to do our best as far as making sure we have a really good guest speaker again this year.
you're speaking.
Good try.
So stay tuned for some more information on that. So pretty cool season we're excited about as always. And we're going to mix it up this year. You'll see that. And we're looking forward to getting those wild cards and championship date out to you at some point. Well, podcast number 1 in the can, as they say, Justin.
Yeah.
We hope this was something that y'all appreciate, and will what are they supposed to do? Like, subscribe, follow, forward to your parents and your grandparents. You know, just.
I'm on a few social platforms, but I don't have all the.
I don't know. Y'all know what you're supposed to do, and we want to see this grow too, because we put a lot of time into it. At least, and we want it to be fun. So do all the things, right? Subscribe, share, follow on all our social medias, and we'll be ready for episode 2 with some more exciting news from y'all on the water. God bless.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you.
Faith Angler Network, Real Talk. This episode was brought to you by Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops Outdoor Fund.